Hello and welcome to another day of VEDA, where today I'm going to be showing you how I edit my thumbnails in Photoshop. So let's get started. The first thing I do is I have a video ready that I'm going to take the thumbnail from. So I made this sample video that I'm going to show you right now. Once you find a keyframe you like, all you have to do is take a screenshot of that. So that's what I'm about to do. On MacBooks, all you have to do is click Command-Shift-4 and then highlight the area you want to be captured. I'm not sure what it is on PCs, but this is how you do it on Macs. Then get out of there and your screenshot should be right here on your desktop. The next thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have Photoshop installed. If you don't have Photoshop, a great free editing source is PicMonkey. It's an online thing. You can upload pictures for free and edit them there. But I use Photoshop. So I'm going to go right click this picture. Then click Open with Adobe Photoshop. It's going to open Photoshop, obviously. And as you can see, this picture is in here. The next thing I'm going to want to do is go to File, click, oop, that was not the button I wanted. Gonna want to go, oh, I don't know what I just did. Gonna go to File, click Open. No, that's not the button either. Shoot. Stop. I don't know what's happening. Cancel. No. Go to File, click New. And then I'm going to create a new file that is 1280 by 720 because that is the size that YouTube wants for their thumbnails to be. If you don't have one already created, you can make a new one over here with all the things. Then you just click Create, and then you'll have a new blank thing to edit on. Go back to your previous screen capture photo, click this little arrow move key, and this is so you can move this guy around. Then all you're going to do is move it up into the new file, set it back down on your new project. Then you're going to want to resize it, so just click the edges and move it in. And you're basically doing this to get rid of the black edges that come around it in case you didn't screenshot it properly. And then I like to center it, so it looks like that. Click Enter, and booyah. Bada bing, bada boom. The next thing you're going to want to do is click this Layers tab. Right click the layer 2, which is the one that's your picture on, and click Duplicate Layer. And click OK. So for my thumbnails, I like to have some sort of design or something on it, and then I just make it look like I'm in front of that design. One way is using this brush tool, and you want to make sure that you have one of the layers selected, so I always go for the layer that's on top. And then you can brush around with all that jazz. When you're using the brush tool, I like to have the flow up to 100% because then it'll smooth it all out, like the lines and everything. And that way, even if I'm using just my trackpad, it looks more flowy and less rigid. And I always keep my size of lines at 4. That's just what I find pleasing to me. You can do whatever you want, because it's your thumbnail. If you ever need to go back a bunch of steps, you can click this guy here if you need to go back a lot, and then you just click whatever step you want to go back to. Or you can just click Command-Z, and it undoes what you just did. You can also go down to shapes, which I use a lot. They're down under here. Click whatever shape you want. Let's say you want rectangles. Put rectangles in. Booyah. You can change the fill, color, the stroke, all that jazz. Then I normally just create a bunch of shapes and put them all over the picture, and so that's what I'm going to do right now. So for this thumbnail, all I did is I went with a bunch of lines, which is just the line tool. That's all I used. It's the same, it's just under shapes, down here. Under shapes, just the line tool. So, the next thing you want to do is go to the layers, and then make sure all the shapes that you clicked are selected. So you can just click the top shape, and then shift, and then click the bottom shape, and it'll connect, it'll connect them all. You'll be highlighting all of them. And then you also want to click shift, and click the copy of the bottom layer that you had. Double click or right click or whatever you want to call it, and then go down here and click merge layers. That's going to make all your shapes in that top layer one. And now that you're selected this top layer of all this jazz, you want to come over here and find the erase tool, and then you're just going to go in and erase the lines over you. So I'm gonna make the size of the erase tool bigger, and then just erase away where the lines aren't me. I normally start out with a huge erase tool, and then I'll go down to a smaller one to get right up against the edges. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. And so what you're doing is you're erasing the layer that has the layer slash picture that's of you and the lines, and you're revealing the layer of you that's just you. That's how you can get this look where it's like you're in front of all the designs you did. Now that I'm done with that, the last thing I'm going to do is save it. So I just go under File, click Save As. The default's going to be a PDF, but you don't want that. You want it to be a JPEG. And then just name it whatever you like. Bada bing, bada boom. And now I just click OK here. I want to make sure it's at quality 10. Just makes it look nicer. Click OK. And booyah, it's going to be saved to your desktop right here. Boom. And there is the thumbnail. Hopefully this video helped you out. If you liked it, definitely give it a big thumbs up down below. Otherwise, what's the point in even liking it? Also, click that subscribe button if you're feeling lovely and want to be subscribed to my channel. Putting out videos every day for VEDA, but I normally post videos on Friday. So stay tuned for all that jazz. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!